Get ready to get sticky. Sticky Situations is sponsored by Corona Crush. Corona Crush is creating Jewish couples always. Join the Facebook group. Just search Corona Crush and look out for virtual speed dating events happening every other week. They're 100% free and 100% Jewish. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sticky Situations. I'm your host, Rachel, which obviously you all already know because I'm unforgettable. Everyone, whatever platform you're listening on right now, if you haven't already, go follow, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating and a glowing review. Nice reviews only, please. Everyone, go follow Sticky Situations Pod on Instagram. Follow Sticky Situations Pod on TikTok. If you would like to be a guest on my podcast, please reach out. I need more guests. I'm always recruiting. I want to hear from you. Any age, location, gender, sexuality, religious orientation, no matter what, just send me a message. You can either send me a DM on Instagram at Sticky Situations Pod or send me an email at stickysituationspod@gmail.com. I also have application links in all of my Corona Crush posts, but a DM, an email, all of the above work. Same goes for if you would like to date any of my single guests. I would love to try to make that happen for you. If anyone sounds good to you, which honestly, all my guests are amazing people, so you would be so lucky to date any of them. So yeah, feel free to reach out and I'll try to hook you up. Okay, everybody. I'm really excited for today's episode. I have an extra special guest. Please welcome my friend Faigy. Faigy, welcome to the podcast.
Hi.
Okay, so Faigy, before we get into your stories, can you tell me and my listeners just a few basic facts? Your age, location, relationship status, and religious denomination.
Okay, so I'm about to be 25. I live in Queens. I'm single, religiously, modern Orthodox, Malkhmir.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's just to give my listeners more of an idea of your dating pool. So would you say you date more like in the shidduch system or like outside of it?
So personally, I felt like I'm in both. I had more success with like friends or people or family members set me up than I have with shadchanim. But I'm also just trying not to just limit myself because you just never know.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so should we jump right in? Do you want to start with the story?
I guess we'll start with like one of my interesting dates experience. So I went out with this guy. We went out on the first, it was 2 dates, and not like it was like a two and done situation. We went mini golf. I feel like that's very classic for a second. And I just felt like he was like started asking questions. I felt like I understand. Like I used to live in Israel, and like that's a totally fair question to ask, like why I moved back. I feel like that's something you ask like once you're like you know me more and not just on the second date. And then like he was like telling me like information his mom found out about me, and I'm like,
That's so weird.
interesting. I'm like, that's kind of funny. Like once you're like getting whatever, like, okay, what was the funny thing someone told me about you and vice versa? Like that's a fun conversation to have, but like you have that when like you're engaged or like you're married, like once you already like know each other and like what you find out is not gonna matter.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like what kind of stuff was he telling you?
Like his mom found out that I moved back, that my family was supposed to move there, and I'm like, okay, great, but like I know this stuff. So like
Why
it's
was he
just like
like hyper fixated on it?
I don't know, it was just like very weird. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, okay, from now on, I cannot. I need guys with like, we need to have basic social skills, like to like be able to have a conversation and know what to ask, what to say. Like,
Yeah, that's so off. Did he, up until that point, could you tell that it was off or like it was kind of
I
normal?
kind of told, had a feeling it was like off when I like met him ish, but I feel like I had to give like two shots to like I was like after the first date, I'm like, it's okay. If he wants to continue, I'll continue. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to, and that's totally fine by me.
So wait, how did you get set up with this guy?
It was actually a matchmaker. Like I
Okay.
feel like most of my like crazy stories are matchmakers. But some of them do great stuff. Like I've had a guy that I was set up with, like he was very like the matchmaker was very nice, and like I just ended it after 2 days because I just like was my first like dating experience, and I just felt like emotionally I was not ready to date. And I just know for myself it's not fair to drag a guy along if I know I'm not ready and not available mentally.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So wait, so you thought it was a little off, and then he just starts asking you these like kind of personal questions and then
Well,
telling you
yeah,
everything his mom found out.
yeah.
Was he like around your age? Like, or was he,
I I think so. He was around my age, and I feel like they need someone needs to come up with like a class for guys just to teach them like dating 101 skills, like what to do and what not to do on a date,
yeah.
and what not to say.
It seems like common sense, but like it's
Exact,
not. Why is it
exact,
so hard? Things like don't, I'm just telling you now, I'm older than you. Things don't get better with that in that regard. Like guys, I go out with guys who still don't know etiquette. I'm like, you are in your 30s. You should know etiquette.
exactly. Or like, I feel like if guys, I also notice if a guy has, there's a total difference in a guy if he has sisters versus not. I feel like the ones that have sisters are better prepared and understand more like what they're doing when they're dealing with girls and like taking girls out. Because like I'm sure they hear their sisters talk about these things.
Sometimes. I would say sometimes. I think it depends like how close in age they are and if their sisters talk to them about dating. Cause
Right.
like honestly, it's funny because I have a brother who's like a year and a half younger than me. He's married, but this was back a long time ago. We we were talking and he told me he like went on a date and he like told me all these things about the date and I'm like I was sitting there horrified. Like he like didn't the one that I remember I know there was more than this, but he told me he like didn't pay for her drink and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like that's like rule number 1.
The guy, okay, so the first month or so, depending on how many dates you go on, there's no like exact. I think it's for the guy to pay.
Yeah, I think a
And
guy
then
should always pay.
always pay, but then like once you're more serious and you kind of like know you're going into the next stage or whatever, I think it's fine to split a 50-50.
Yeah, I think it depends on the situation, but honestly, like women have to go through childbirth. You could pay for a date.
And also, first of all, to get ready for the day, it takes us what, an hour, 2 hours? We have to do our hair, we have to do our makeup, we have to make sure our dress or top and skirt, like pants or whatever you're wearing, your jewelry. If you care about nails, you're gonna get a fresh manicure. Like, and let me
Yeah.
tell this to guys, manicures could cost anywhere from, with the tip, cost anywhere from $25 to $80.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like what women go through, men could never.
And then
Also, it's
people want to
just
like do their eyebrows, like waxings, like that's also like you could pay $100 just to get ready for your date.
yeah, maintenance is a lot. It's a lot to be a woman. All of the
Exactly.
maintenance. And a lot of this stuff I even do myself now. Like I stopped getting my nails done because I'm like, it's a waste of money. But I do them myself, but it's still time.
It takes time. Like even if you do it by yourself, you're waiting like 10-15 minutes for your nails to dry and you can't really
Long,
do anything.
definitely longer. Like at
Yes.
least an hour for it to not get messed up and it's fully dry if it's
Right.
regular polish. But yeah, being a woman is a lot of maintenance. It's a lot. And
And
these
also
men have the audacity.
like I'm also old school. Like I don't know. I was talking to my friend's stepdad about this once, and he was like, "As a man, like I want to know that I could provide financially for my family, and that like I don't know how I would feel as a man if my wife was making more money than me. Like there's something manly about being like the sole provider. And like yes, I believe everyone needs to work because that's the
Yeah.
economy these days.
Yeah.
But like
2025.
guys should be able to show that they're able to support you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's crazy when all these guys out there who are like, "Oh, these women just want to use me for my money." When like I don't know. I've heard guys say that they don't like being asked what they do for work. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not a gold digger here. Like, I have my own career. I want to make sure you're not a gold digger. Like,
Like,
not that I'm rich, but there's no gold to dig. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not a gold digger for wanting to know that we have the same values. Like, I have a huge value around financial stability and responsibility. I'm very financially responsible. Like, I'm an accountant. Like, and to me, I find it to be such a turnoff. Like, it's an egg. Like, I, I do give guys a chance. I have this conversation with one of my guy friends all the time. I will give a guy a chance if I like his personality. Like, I'm always willing to talk to someone, have a phone call, have a conversation, even if his job is like less than desirable. But at the end of the day, I'm looking for somebody who shares that value. It's like, it's
right.
not even about the money, it's about the value of, like, oh, this is something you care about. This is something you think about. This is something like we can relate on. We can build a, you can't build a future with someone if you have different spending habits. And
I also,
yeah,
right. I
sorry.
think someone's always going to be like more spending. I always say like
Yeah.
everyone spends money differently. Someone would have no problem spending $500 on a steak. Well, some people spend $500 on a dress. Like everyone just has to figure out what works for them. But also
Yeah.
thinking about having a job just shows that you're able to do something and like work. It's not always easy to get up to go to work. Like how
No,
many
it's
times do you
not.
just want to pull the covers back on and like turn off
Every
our
day.
alarm? Like it just shows you that you have worth ethics. I think it also just says something about you that you're also like able to hold down a job.
Yeah, same. Like, I mean, you're a little younger, so people probably in your people that you're dating are probably starting out on their careers. Um, like anyone who's gone to grad school is either grad like finishing up or recently finished. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, we need to be established in our careers. Like, it's hard. Like, I don't know. I was established. I felt like I had it together. Like, I started working when I was 23, like right out of college. I didn't need grad school. So for me, it's hard to even fathom like the guys who I meet who are 33 and don't have it together. I'm like, I've had it together for almost 10 years and you're still bumming around.
For sure. I've been like working and in school, like whatever. I was lived in Israel, so I started school later in life. Later is better than ever. And it took me 2.5 years. And while I was in school, I've been working full time, and I just started like a new job, like graduating. So like technically, from when I started school to now, like I already switched jobs, and like got a pay raise. So I'm just like, I need someone who's working. Like I just unless they're in med school, law school, something like that, that I totally understand.
Yeah.
But in generally speaking, like I want someone working. And like I was once suggested a guy upper 20s ish. So I'm like, oh, what are you doing with life? Oh, I'm in school. Okay. So what are you in school for? Undecided. I'm like, okay, if you want to go back into school later in life, whatever, totally fine. But like, at least know what you want to do by then.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. People just need to have it together. And if you don't have it together, you shouldn't be dating.
Exactly.
And then
I've
they
been
like cry about us not wanting to date them and like boo hoo hoo. I don't like all the girls say that I don't have a good enough job or all these women just want money. Like, no, we don't just want money. We want security.
exactly. I once had a friend who tried setting me up with someone, and I was so grateful for this guy. I don't know who this guy is, but he said to her, listen, I'm trying to figure out my own stuff. And I'm not dating anyone till I figure out what I want to do and everything, because it's not fair for me to be figuring out my stuff while dating someone and get her into the mess of everything and let it affect. And I was like, the fact that a guy's able to say that, I'm like, wow, so much respect.
Yeah, I agree. Except for when a guy will do that for years and years and years and years, and then they wake up and they're 50 years old and they're like, "Oh, I want to date a 30-year-old because I want kids."
Oh my gosh. I feel like
Yeah,
a lot of things would like just, if guys communicated, I feel like a lot of things would just be a lot better. Like, I think communication is big. Like, let's say you're going on a date. I have no issue if there's no food on the date. Like, we're not going to food. But if we're going around dinner time, just let me know if we're getting food or not. Just because, like, I'll eat something small beforehand and it won't be like hungry and like thinking about food the whole time. Like,
Yeah. No, I really think that when a guy is taking you on a date, number one, he should ask what area to you want the date to be in. Because I don't, once I come home from work, I'm not going back out. Like, I'm not getting on the subway again. I'm not going to a different neighborhood unless you're picking me up in a car. I guess I don't know if you get picked up more on dates or you meet people, but in the city, it's like mostly I'm meeting people. Like, unless you're picking me up in a car, I'm not going anywhere that I can't walk to.
mhm,
Like, I don't want to, I'm not getting back on a train. And also, yeah, I want to know if we're eating dinner. But usually I ask. If a guy's
that's
not going
that
to tell me the plan, I usually am like, "Oh, what are we going to do?"
that's smart. Honestly, I also would like say, like, can we just normalize like getting ice cream? Like, I have no problem eating ice cream for dinner. And like,
Yeah.
especially in the summertime, you want to like guys want a discount? Wednesday's Carvel, BOGO. I don't know what girl doesn't like Carvel. Take them
Yeah.
to Carvel.
Carvel, 16 handles, literally anything. I'm always good with that. I would rather eat ice cream than get drinks. But if a guy is gonna find a bar near me, pick it, pick me or not even pick me up, but like somewhere that's convenient for me, make a plan, fine. I'll have a drink. I'm not opposed to having a drink. Drinks are easy, they're convenient. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think guys also like don't always think about it. I just don't think they think.
That's true.
Also, when a guy doesn't confirm, like I'm big on confirming. As Faigy knows, I we set up our time to record. I was like, okay, I'll confirm with you closer to because I was going on a trip, so it was a little far out. So I confirmed with her last week. I confirmed with her yesterday. I sent her another text this morning or this afternoon. Like I'm big on confirming. I think it's better to overdo it than underdo it. Cuz
Exactly.
like if I'm going on a date with a guy and I don't hear from him since we made the plan, unless we made the plan like the day before. Well, now I text them. I am annoyed about having to text them, but I text them like, "Hey, we still on for today?" Because like, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not like going through this whole thing not knowing, but
for, for sure. That reminds me. I suggested someone, and he was like very into like you needed to respond to text like right away.
oh, I hate
And
that.
so if I see the text and if I respond, fine. But like I work, I don't always have time to respond to text. Sometimes I see it, sometimes I don't ever get to respond. And he like went all like whatever, it was like annoyed. I think it was like why you connect. So you on like one of these sites. And then he like unmatched. And then like someone else was like trying to set us up. And I'm like, listen, I can't go out with a guy who gets annoyed that I'm not responding to text. Like if I can, I will respond. But also when I'm first talking to a guy, I don't want to respond right away. I take my time to respond because I don't want it to seem like I'm desperate, but I also want him to know that I'm interested. So like you have to find an equal balance.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you definitely have to, also you need to know your audience. Like I sit at a desk all day. I'm on my phone most of the day, so like if I'm not answering, it's I either got really really busy. When I'm not at work, it's a different story because sometimes I'm bad at answering texts when I'm not at work. It's funny because I'm better at answering texts when I'm at work than when I'm not at work. Because like when I'm not at work, I'm just like I want a break. But but yeah, you need to give at least like a couple hours. Like people are busy, people do things.
Yeah,
Like I'm not always at your beck and call to answer your text messages. If I don't answer for 24 hours, okay. Then you can
right.
get upset.
I did that to someone because I just get so many texts and I just like whatever for my old job, like WhatsApp's like never stopped. So then I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, it must have gotten lost in my text. Like that happens, whatever, and I apologize. But also, can we normalize like don't call people during the workday unless you know like they
Oh,
have a lunch break?
don't call people ever.
Like if you're gonna call me, say, hey, can I call you or whatever? Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
But
no, I don't want to be called.
no, like someone's like, whatever, this guy, whatever, we're talking, and I just got like weird vibes. He wasn't interested. And like once the matchmaker, whatever, said something, like he reached out and was like, he tried to call you. I'm like, yeah, he called me during the day. I don't know about you. Unless I need to schedule a doctor's appointment or something, whatever, I'm not calling people during the day. Like I have to make phone calls for my job. I'm not speaking to extra people during my workday.
Yeah, no, I don't want a guy to ever call me unless we have a scheduled phone call. Or if we're like boyfriend and girlfriend, then you could call me. But not in the
Right,
middle of the day. I work in the office. Like, I can't answer
right.
my phone.
Like unless you're like coming to pick me up and like you just can't text me because you're driving and you call me, be like, hey, I'm like this one away, or hey, I'm about to be there, or hey, I'm stuck in a lot of traffic. Then that's totally fine to call me out of the blue because I know you're coming and like something's probably happening if you're calling me,
Yeah.
but you can't text.
Yeah, no. Phone calls at the beginning stages of dating need to be scheduled.
Yes,
And also, like, what are you doing that you're available in the middle of the day to call me?
exactly.
Like,
I'm like,
what?
or say like, oh, hey, when's your lunch break? Type of thing. But like, just
But I
call
don't
me
want
out
to
of the
talk
blue.
to a guy on my lunch break.
No, on my lunch break, I'm scrolling on TikTok. I'm on
I like
my
to dissociate. I don't want to talk to anyone.
exactly,
I like to play games on my phone or watch TikTok. Like,
exactly.
yeah. Ugh. Ew. How many guys have called you at work?
Like once or twice. Yeah, whatever.
Well, they're not it.
Yeah.
That's like so weird. Were they old?
I think one was like about my age, but he like works from home, and I feel like when you work from home, like no one's checking in on you.
That's, I guess. I don't know. I used to, when I worked from home, I would have 1,000 work calls every day. So I would never want to talk on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's true.
I don't know. I just feel like it's such an old school thing to
Like
just
call
like
people.
call unannounced.
Right.
But yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
uh,
It's so weird.
yeah. Um,
Um, do you have another story you want to tell, Fiki?
three. Okay. Okay. So I guess like kind of like two stories kind of relate to social media. So I was like once on a date. I don't know about you. If I can't fall asleep at night, I'm scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, like whatever. Like I was like, oh, you should be learning. I'm like, okay, goodbye. Like,
Yeah, no thanks.
no, thank you. Okay.
Okay,
And
Mr. Holier Than Thou.
okay, sure. Like whatever. I'm like, I don't know anyone who's learning if they can't fall asleep.
No, I watch
Maybe
TikTok.
maybe reading a book. Okay, that I get if you're trying to like
Was he like
I
yeshiva
understand.
buffer?
Maybe. They also like kind of look like a type of guy who gets high,
Do you
which
think he learns when he can't fall asleep?
doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. Sounds like projection to me.
Right. And then it was at like one of these like events. And this guy was like, I don't know why, whenever I go to singles events, I always have stories. Like it just happens. So this guy was like trying to tell me I should get a phone filter. And at the time I was a social media manager. And I'm like, no. He's like, you should get one. And I'm like, if you're old enough to have a phone, you should be like old enough to know what you should and shouldn't be looking at. I'm like, if you need a filter, that's on you.
God, these are like real frummies.
And then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to go to the Upper East or West Side," and I'm thinking, no one there is getting a phone filter. He's like, "Yeah, they are." I'm like, not happening. I'm like, maybe the
Yeah,
Chabad.
no. I think your eyes need a filter if you're in the Upper East or West
Mm,
Side. Just saying,
that could be.
like if you're the type of guy who can't be trusted on your phone, what are you gonna do when it's right in front of you?
Exactly.
No, I think a phone filter is the dumbest thing.
I feel like
Like,
phone filters are meant for like little kids when you're like giving your kid a phone, but like also if you're not gonna trust your kid going on the internet, why do they have a smartphone to begin with? Let's just get a
yeah.
flip phone.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a phone until I didn't have a smartphone until Israel. But it's a
Mm,
different generation, I guess. But yeah, no, what guy, like, who are these guys? Are they that from?
I don't know. I guess maybe like people think I give off like a firmer love, but like when you meet me, like I'm just a Jew. Like I don't do anything crazy and I don't do anything. Like I feel like I just live like a happy medium and I get the best of both worlds. Like not one side is better than the other.
Yeah.
Extremes.
Yeah. Like I'm not judging people who live in that world, but it's like I judge people who projects onto others. Like telling you, who are you to tell me what I should do when I'm trying to fall asleep? Who are
Right.
you to tell me what to do on my own cell phone? Like,
Exactly.
why does it matter to you?
Like
Why do you
also
care
like
what I'm looking at?
yeah, for sure. Like I grew up in Bay Staffco elementary school. Like I didn't go to Bay Staffco high school. But like I have an issue with people who stay too much in the bubble. And like I understand where you're coming from. You want to stay in the bubble. But unfortunately in the real world you have to learn how to interact with other people and you can't stick in your bubble. Like you have to branch out.
Yeah, and I also just I don't like people telling other people how to practice their own Judaism.
Exactly.
Especially like with these unnecessary things. Like who's learning when they can't fall asleep at night?
Right. I had a rabbi in STEM who said, like, instead of saying someone's off the derech or whatever, they just said everyone's on their own derech. And some people's derech are this way and that way, and everyone's just doing whatever they can to get through life. Life is hard, and
Yeah, life
everyone's
is
just trying to do their best.
it's true. It's very true. But yeah, I think if I had to learn to get myself to sleep, that no. I vote TikTok. TikTok all the way.
I'm like, unless you're talking about a rabbi speech, because that I understand. Like, that's what half the shuls are doing when the rabbi is speaking.
It's true. I have a neighbor at home that always says that he gets his best naps during the rabbi's speech.
I once saw this like meme for like I guess a sound machine, and like one of the options were like rabbi's sermon.
That's funny. I mean, it's boring, but I just don't go
I'm
for
like,
the speech.
I just like started going sometimes, and I'm like, wait, why am I here? Like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, it's so boring. Honestly, I'm not the biggest shul person. I don't like sitting through shul. I just like to go to Kiddush and socialize. That's what I like to do.
You go for JFK.
I JFK. I don't even eat
Yes,
the Kiddush. I don't need like I'm just there for the social.
exactly. Like when I lived in Israel, like I always went to go Friday night, just because like I like the social scene. Like, did I care about going? Yeah, but like it's more about the social scene for me.
Yeah, exactly. Like here, I used to go to a different shul and I would go for Kiddush earlier, but I don't know. I just like it stopped being my crowd of people, so I stopped going. But the move here where I am is all the other shuls let out earlier, but Chabad ends at 12:30. So then everyone who was at Kiddush at the other shuls and anyone else who didn't go to shul end up at Chabad Kiddush at 12:30. So it's the best
They
of
have
everything.
They have like I mean I went whatever, but they have like insane kiddushas. Like it's that food.
Yeah, I mean, I don't often eat Kiddush, but Chabad has the best cholent. That is what has been decided. Yeah,
Is
if you don't
it's
have like
very
lunch
class.
plans, it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
like good for
sometimes I'll
like
go to the other shul if I don't have lunch plans.
it's good for like a winter Shabbos when like Shabbos ends at like 5 o'clock and like you're gonna eat quickly and like just go home and like sleep the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I usually go and socialize even if I have lunch. People do lunch a little later.
Yeah.
So everyone socializes. And even when Chabad's not done, there's a huge crowd standing outside of Chabad. We piss off all the people who are walking by trying to get
Okay.
through.
These people probably pissed us off at some point. People
Yeah,
are always gonna
whatever.
get pissed off. I stopped caring. I'm like, you know what? If someone gets mad at me, hey, like there's a
They
door. I
hate the
really
Jews
don't care.
anyways. They all hate the
Exactly.
Jews anyways. They're
They
just
hate the
looking for more
Jews. They
reasons.
hate the Jews unless when they always say, unless they need an accountant, a lawyer, or a doctor.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's funny because we're recording. I don't know when you guys will listen to this, but we're recording this before the 4th of July. And the 4th of July is on Friday. So one of my friends texted me today and she's like, are the fireworks on Thursday or Friday? And I'm like, they're on the 4th. She's like, oh, I thought they would have moved them because, like, it's Shabbos. And I was like, they don't care about the Jews. I was like, if you
Yeah,
want to go see the fireworks, walk to the east side and watch the fireworks.
yes and no. But also people like that's the thing. Like people's like when it comes to both like the Jewish. I'm like, guys, there's something about like focusing on community, but if we just focus on the Jews itself, we're not going to get done. Like America is a Christian country.
Yeah, well, America's supposed to be a not religious country. Um, but yeah, I don't know. No, they don't care about us. New York City doesn't care about us. Like,
No, like okay, so you'll see the fireworks. There might be a little less parties, but like I mean, I'm sure will be doing fireworks the whole weekend long.
yeah, probably. If anybody wants, they could just watch the fireworks being shot off from the projects behind my building.
Oh, I'm sure,
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
shoot. I'm surprised I haven't heard them yet. They usually shoot them off for like 2 weeks around July 4th.
Yeah. But also, I don't know, people are like protesting. There's like whole thing about protesting this year. So I don't know, people are
Oh, they're
celebrating or they're pro
protesting the 4th of July?
yeah. Something
That's a
having
load
to
of
do with
crap.
New No King's Day. But if you look at the history book,
Oh, who cares?
Fourth of July is celebrating we don't have a king anymore.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. People cannot celebrate. They can celebrate. I don't care what you do. I have the day off of work, so I will be
Again.
just living, hopefully going to the beach.
Nice.
Like it's a day off of work. Everyone needs to relax.
Exactly. Enjoy the day
I
off.
bet the people who are mad don't have jobs. That's why they don't care. I'm just happy to have the day off.
Exactly.
But
My
I
dad
probably,
jokes that all these people who don't have jobs, who are all doing these damage, let them go do jury duty. They have nothing better to do. Why should we have to take a day off from work? Let them go.
yeah, exactly. They can do all the stuff we don't want to do.
Hmm.
But yeah, like they can go to the doctor in the middle of the day. Like,
Okay.
let me have the early appointment.
I was talking to someone, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, we all are supposed to work 9 to 5, but yeah, any government offices, banks, post office, doctors are all open 9 to 5. When are we supposed to go?
Yeah, you don't. Or you just skip work.
Or
I
they
mean,
make everything,
yeah, it's just like annoying. Being an
or
adult is all about being inconvenienced. Everything's
yes.
an inconvenience.
Or I just make all my appointments Friday afternoon. And I'm like, because I get out at early anyways. I'm like, okay, there's
I
time
used
now.
to work from home on Fridays, so that I would make my appointments on Fridays.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, now I just like whatever. It's like, okay, I have a doctor's appointment. I'm coming in late.
exactly.
What are they? They can't do anything.
Exactly. We're like, we have to figure it out. Everyone has to figure out their timing and everything.
Yeah. Being an adult is hard. That's why I don't want a man child to have to take care of also.
Exactly. I don't want to marry a mama's boy. If you still need, there's something like being close with your mom and then being like a crazy mama's boy. Like if you need to call your mom for every life decision, um, maybe you should rethink that. But like,
Yeah. Like, I think it's important to have a good relationship with your parents. I mean, not everyone does. You can't control who your family is. But I don't know. Like, I have a good relationship with my parents. If I have a big decision to make, I usually talk to them about it. But, like, I don't need to. Oh, I do call my mom at some inconveniences as well. But like not everything, not like any little life decision. She doesn't
right,
need, I don't need to call her with every little detail. Like, I'm sure she would love it if I did, but like, I'm an adult. I need to make my own decisions and do my own things.
we're kids. We all hide things from our parents. Trust me. Our parents do not want to know everything that goes on in our life. We're saving that heartache. Like there's a reason they don't know what's going on in their kids' lives, and that's okay. They know what they need to know.
Yeah. What my biggest pet peeve is, it's guys who like, number one, at a certain age, you should not live with your parents anymore. And like saving money isn't a good reason.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you in the early years of your career, okay, fine. But when you're my age, living with your parents is an ick. Like, why do you still live with your parents? Saving money, that's BS. Like, what are you saving money for? That just means
Right.
you don't make enough money. If you can't afford to live out of your parents' house, that means you don't have a good career. It means you don't have a good job, you don't work hard enough. And
They just don't know how to save and spend their money wisely.
yeah, I don't know. I have never lived at home as an adult, except for during COVID a little bit. But like my parents don't live in the New York area. And to me, as much as I love my family, to me, I'm prioritizing my life. And like my life is better here where there are other young, single, modern Orthodox Jews than it would be in Ohio. Like if I wanted to be with my family, I could be in Ohio. I would probably want to kill myself because there's nothing for me there. There's nobody for me to hang out with. But that's why I just like I don't like these guys who are just like so attached to
Right.
their families. Like
Like,
keep an open mind. Like go do
right.
something with your life. Like
Right. So I lived at home for a bit. I mean, when I lived in Israel and seminary, like I didn't live at home, and now I live at home. And like, I'm also very into like I need to give myself my own freedom and my own thing. Like, okay, I live at home, but like I'll go to meals and like I go away for shops. And yes, I live at home, but like I don't plan on living at home forever. Like,
yeah, but you're
I
also
also don't care.
younger. I'm
Right.
talking about guys who are like in their
Who are
upper
like,
20s to
I
like
think
their 30s.
once you hit like your low 30s, like it's time to like move on.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's interesting because some of these Jewish women's like Facebook groups do what they call Shidduch week, where they post, you can post yourself, and some people will post like guys also. And I find it so funny reading these guys that get posted because number one, yes, it's a Jewish women's group. So there are obviously going to be more women posted because people are posting themselves, people are posting their friends. Um, but like every guy who gets posted gets like a million comments. I don't know how many messages they get. Actually, I posted one of my guy friends once and I got like 100 messages. It was awful. I'm never doing that again. And he was not grateful. So I was like, no, I'm not doing this. But just from the comments, I was like, and I'm reading these profiles and I'm like, these are the most mediocre of mediocre guys. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. This one woman posted, I can't even remember the whole post, but I remember seeing, I want to say this guy was in his 40s.
Wait, was this the guy saying I'm looking for a girl and not a woman?
Oh, yeah, there was that one. Then there was oh my God, there was another one. This was the topic of one of my group chats today. There was a woman who posted her, okay, number one, why is it acceptable for people to post a man's profile without an age, job, or picture? I saw a post without all three. But number one, age. Like, why is it acceptable at all to post without an age? If a woman did that, they would be like annihilated, like in the comments. And these women have been good in the comments, but this woman like destroyed this post, and the lady. Thank God my friend screenshotted the comment because the lady ended up deleting the post. But basically, this woman posted her like husband's friend and she puts a picture. She doesn't put his age. She puts his age range to be anyone under 40.
Okay,
And
but
I'm
is he
like, okay, I know
40
this guy.
or is he 60?
I know this guy is old. When they have like under a certain age and no age posted. Well, first of all, when there's no age posted, I know they're old. So, and also his pictures, he didn't look that young. So then in the comments, someone's like, "Oh, what age is he?" And she said he's 52. I'm like, you're 52 and you're trying to get a woman under 40? Like, what is wrong with you? Also, like, why are women allowing this to happen? If I had a guy friend ask me to post him and not allow women, like, like the minimum age gap would be 12 years, I would never. Like if you're 52, I'm not sorry to say, you lost out on having kids. Like you missed your shot. You effed around too much. You wasted your 20s, 30s and 40s. Like, props to you, snaps for you. You wasted 3 decades of your life.
Right.
Like, no woman wants to be your incubator.
I
And
also
some woman in the comments basically said all this, and it was beautiful. It was great. I wanted to go and like her comment, but then the lady deleted the post. But yeah, sorry.
okay,
Go
this
on.
is also my thing. If he's 50, has he been in a relationship ever, or he's like just all of a sudden like
I don't think he
waking
had
up?
ever been married.
Right. Like,
Or maybe
oh,
he was divorced with no kids. I don't
okay,
know. But it's a red flag.
right. Someone posted this guy, oh, he's the father of two. And someone's like, oh, is this guy divorced? And someone commented, they legit says he has two kids. Like, and he looks pretty like stark. I'm like,
Doesn't mean anything.
doesn't mean anything. But also, these comments on these posts are more entertaining than actually reading these profiles.
Yeah, no, the comments are hilarious. And also, I just want to know what's the whole deal with guys only wanting to date younger? Like, okay, this guy who's 52, like disgusting, whatever, he just wants a baby incubator. I hope he doesn't find what he's looking for. I know I have the Iron Heart on me. Like, it's terrible because I see these posts and in my head, I genuinely hope these men don't find what they're looking for. I don't wish them well. Like, they need to grow up, realize that they're not going to get what they're looking for, and like readjust their expectations about life. And it's fine. I know I have the Iron Heart on me, so I'm just going to keep saying it. But what's with these guys? Like I saw some woman post like I think he was like 28 and he's like, "Oh, we'll only date women 20 to 27." Like why? What's is it going to kill you if
Right.
you date a woman who's your age? Like what is that? Are you just looking for some like young girl to control?
I also
Like
have
that's
an
the
issue.
vibe it's giving me.
I also have an issue when they say they want them to be thin or petite. Okay, just because a body, girls go through so much with their hormones and monthly stuff that our bodies are
Yeah.
constantly changing, and people, even though they might look stick, you don't know that they're not anorexic. And someone who might be
Yeah.
on the bigger side of skin, the side of scale, might be the healthiest person you know. So you don't
Yeah.
realize genetic plays a role. And what's going to happen when your wife starts having your babies? Girls' bodies do not bounce back. It
No.
takes time. Like, stop asking about body size and just saying, like, do you like this person? Do you find them attractive, like, emotionally and physically? And that's what matters. Size doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And like, you don't know, women have so many types of hormone and metabolic issues. Like, I don't know, I have PCOS. That's like, no matter how much I exercise, no matter how clean I eat, like, my body is going to be a certain way because I have a metabolic disorder.
Yes, and
Like, it is a
genetics.
metabolic disorder and genetics. And unless I actually am anorexic, I'm not going to be like, like that.
Like, like all these shot huns saying, like, should people, like, I've seen these things like these, I read these shit up articles in the newspapers. I feel like half the times I wonder if they're legit or they ask ChatGPT. But like someone was
Probably
saying,
ask
like,
ChatGPT.
oh, I'm asking about this guy to lose weight and wants me to get plastic surgery. I'm like, no.
No,
I'm like, if you want to get plastic surgery, that should come from you, but you're not doing it for any guy.
no. I'd rather be alone. Like a guy who's gonna be like that is not gonna be a good husband. He's not gonna be a good father. What's he gonna do after you have a baby? Like expect you to right away like bounce back and your body like he doesn't care about you as a person. He sees you as an object.
No.
Men who do that see you as an object and you are not an object, you are a person.
Also, some people are having their babies really close in age that their bodies are never going to be the same.
No.
And like people are like, take all this. Okay, I'm very into if you want to lose weight, like eat healthy, work out, like try to find a healthy medium because like all these shots and everything, we don't know what's going to do in the long term, and it's just not healthy.
I'm very pro doing whatever works for you because honestly, like eating healthy and working out doesn't work for everyone. Like,
Exactly. Right.
and like, I don't know, there's a lot of, I actually saw a TikTok. It's like,
the people are talking about like the long-term effects of GLP-1s and how they don't know, but it's also they say like yeah, like what has been studied, whatever long-term effects that they've found so far are so much better than the long-term effects of obesity and like not having your metabolism in order.
For
So, I don't
sure.
know. I'm very pro figuring out what works for you and like nobody should judge anyone else, but also like we're more than just our bodies.
Exactly. Do whatever works for you, best for you, and obviously do whatever your doctor says, like what your
Yeah,
doctor is gonna
exactly.
tell you what you think. Um, but also I think we need to stop with the body types. I get the heights, but someone will go out with a girl because she's under a certain height. I'm like, what if she's like the nicest person? Like, I'm on the shorter side. Who cares about height?
Yeah. I mean, I know women care about men's height. I don't really care. I mean, if a guy's shorter than me, he's probably a midget. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty
Same.
short.
I'm like,
So
what? I'm like, if a guy's shorter than me, he must be in like elementary school. Like, I
yeah.
never met a grown man that's shorter than me.
Height's never been something I cared about that much. I don't know. I just think people who place emphasis on all of these unimportant things, it's just like looks are the most unimportant thing. Like, yeah, you have to be attracted to the person, you have to want to have sex with them, but like at the end of the day, everyone's body's like that's the thing about you that's going to change the most. Your looks are the thing that's going to change the most. Like, people age, people have babies, things happen. Like, people go through like finish journeys, people gain the weight back, people eh, nothing about your looks is going to stay. Like, your
Yeah,
looks are not going to stay the same for your whole entire life.
for
So,
sure.
and I think it's funny that like so much importance is placed on it when it's like the thing that's going to change the most and it should be the least important thing.
Exactly.
And someone is telling God, like someone's like my guy friend will say like, "Oh, and that's just the way guys are. This is just the way
I
guys
think
are." But
it's their
that's
moms.
they keep telling these guys that's how guys are, then that's how guys are going to be. Like, you need
I think
to like not keep reinforcing that.
I think what we could blame a bit is some of the shadchanims out there, some of the moms and televisions, because actors on TV, I would say 85% of them have plastic surgery. The reason why their body is built how they are is that they're on crazy, like, whatever, that like
Yeah.
to keep their job, they have to be a certain size.
Yeah.
And many times you see like two couples who like you personally want to think like you're like surprised or like she maybe you see a really pretty girl and she ends up with a guy you don't think is that attractive. But then like you get to meet their personalities and like their personalities just makes them more attractive than they physically look.
Yeah. I don't know. Nobody's going to listen to me, but stop this. People need to retrain their brains. But before we continue, let's take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors. We will be right back.
Sticky Situations is sponsored by Corona Crush. Are you tired of swiping on dating apps? Tired of guessing whether the cute guy or girl you keep seeing around is Jewish and or single? Then you need to run, not walk to join Corona Crush. Corona Crush is a Jewish organization working to create Jewish couples always. Corona Crush has over 30 confirmed engagements, over 22,000 members from all over the world, and has set up over 50,000 speed dates. Join the Corona Crush Facebook group and post yourself or have a friend post you and see who reaches out. Fill out the survey to sign up for virtual speed dating events happening every other week. Corona Crush is 100% free and 100% Jewish. Worst case, you end up with some stories of your own. Best case, you find the love of your life. Try it out today. Here on Sticky Situations, we tend to focus on bad dating stories, but sometimes dates do go well and lead to proposals and weddings. Who would have thought? And what do all of those require, you might be asking? Well, the answer is flowers. Who doesn't want flowers from someone they've been seeing? Don't forget, flower petals and bouquets needed for proposals. And that's even before all the flowers that go into weddings. Sticky Situations is sponsored by Primrose Flower Shop. In my opinion, Primrose is the coolest flower shop around and has the best customer service to fulfill all of your floral needs. Primrose offers a range of services from your basic bouquets to subscription services where you can get flowers delivered once a week. They deliver all over the tri state area, including Manhattan. Primrose does weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs, and other simchas. I've personally been to a wedding where Primrose did the flowers, and the work they did was beyond gorgeous. Primrose additionally offers in store proposals, including a romantic setup with candles and music. Primrose is located at 2922 Avenue M in Brooklyn, and the phone number is 929 376 9815. You can also follow Primrose on Instagram at PrimroseNY. So, if you can't get someone out of your head, buy them some flowers from Primrose. They'll either love it or they'll find you really creepy. But regardless, the flowers will be out of this world. Upper West Side Jews is proud to sponsor this episode of Sticky Situations. Upper West Side Jews is an Orthodox young professional organization in Manhattan, bringing you programming all throughout the year. If you're listening to this before Yom Kippur 2025, check out Upper West Side Jews services. It's the largest young professional Yom Kippur minyan in New York City and organized by and run for young professionals. Enjoy a meaningful Yom Kippur led by great chazanim. I've personally been there the last few years and it's been amazing. You can get tickets in the link in the episode description. Shana Tova, everyone.
Okay, we're back. Okay, so Faigy, do you want to tell another story?
I guess while we're talking about like family and stuff, okay, so I guess it was a Zoom day with this guy, and he was like very close with his sister. Okay, but it was like someone was turning 21 or something, and they were going away together, just the two of them. And I'm like, I kind of felt that's like weird. And I'm like, I don't know if I would travel with my brother somewhere, unless we're going to like visit a family member. But like to take my brother out for his birthday and like sleep in a hotel is a bit, I don't know, a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like my brother that much, so like I can't really see myself wanting to travel with him,
Right. And
but
like he couldn't figure out Zoom and like had to have his sister come help. And
no, that's dumb. Is he in love with his sister?
I'm like, oh my God, if you have to go away, there's a sister. Like it's one thing you want to visit family, but like if I'm going away, my brother and I happen to go to the same place, I'm gonna make him get his own hotel room. I'm not sharing a hotel room with him.
I guess I would share a hotel room, like to save
Right.
money, but I don't
Like
know. I
make
don't
sure
want to
that
travel with my brother.
exactly. I'm gonna travel with my brother. And if I were to share a hotel room, two separate beds, or like he's sleeping on the couch.
No, definitely separate beds. Like we're adults.
Yes.
Ew.
Yes. But like,
But yeah, I don't know. I do see it as a red flag. Okay, this is going to be a really hot take on my end. I I think it's good to have a good relationship with your family, but I get the ick when a guy is like too close with his family.
yes.
Like, I don't know. I don't like when a guy is obsessed with his family. Like,
And shares too much.
like, yeah, I don't know. Like, again, I have a good relationship with my parents. I would consider myself close with my parents. I'm not close with my brother. Um, that's fine. I don't think you need to be close with your siblings. But I've like talked to guys who are literally obsessed with their families and all they do is hang out with their families. And it's like, don't you have friends? Don't you have a life? Like, I want to know that you can be your own individual person away from your family because I don't want to be like attached to your family.
Exactly. Yeah. Like
Like,
I was dating like my serious guy, like I was dating someone for almost 6 months and then just like ended. And like whatever, I met his parents and afterwards he was like telling me like all the negative things his mom told me about me. And I'm like, well, I mean, granted, I don't know why I didn't end it, but I felt like so bad. I'm like, what the like then I just
like,
like I was so self-conscious about being around her.
wait, what kind of, if you, only if you're comfortable sharing, what kind of stuff was he like saying?
Like,
Like, things you
like
did?
like she thought it was weird that like I just moved back from Israel and I started a new job and I'm like it was just like I don't know and like I met his sister in-laws and everything And like apparently she's like one of these like really things that like doesn't think any girl's perfect for her sons type of mom.
No, I don't like those types.
And then whatever now I see, I'm like, oh my God, thank God, like that's not my in-laws.
Yeah, thank God. Because that would continue for the rest of your marriage, like
Like
for your entire
wanna
marriage.
I wanna have a good relationship with my future in-laws. I know that's not very common, but like
Which
at
is
the same time,
crazy. Like, why isn't that common?
I feel like first of all, I feel like guys' moms needs to take a step back. If your son's old enough and able to get married, he should be doing and looking into girls on his own. He shouldn't need your help because too many times moms get in the way and they say no for their son, but then their son meets that girl in person and they hit it off and end up dating. And it's like they could have been married a lot sooner, but because the mom got in the way. Like, if you, like, my
Yeah.
mom's on some shit off chat and she just sends it to me. She lets me make those decisions. But
I want my
the
mom
mom
as
should not be saying
uninvolved as
yes or no.
possible.
The mom should not. If my mom has to say yes to a guy before I see it, that's a bit
No.
weird. That's a bit much.
Like, I think it's crazy. Like, I don't know. I guess, like, I always saw my parents and, like, my dad's parents. Like, my grandma likes my mom more than she likes my dad.
That's
Like
very
my
rare.
dad's mom. Like, yeah. And
That's not common.
I don't know. I think my parents have a good relationship with my sister-in-law. Like a healthy, like, balance, like, so I just like don't understand these parents that can't let go. Like, don't you want your kid to be happy?
Right.
Like, I don't know if I brought a guy home to meet my parents and they told me something negative about him, I know that there is something wrong with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, my parents at the end of the day, I know they want me to be happy and they trust my
For
judgment.
sure.
So if they're seeing something and saying something, it must be really bad. So I don't know, but I've heard of so many people who've had bad experiences with, like, in-laws or meeting, like, guys' families. I don't know. It's just, like, so weird to me. Like, okay, any woman who has a son listening to this, like, yeah, I'm sure your son's great. He's not God's gift to this world. He might be like your gift to this world or God's gift to you, but he's not God's gift to the world. He's not perfect. Stop putting it in his head that he's perfect.
Like,
Um,
yeah. Like I've seen these memes where like joking like these moms are complaining about like these like grandmothers are complaining about like in-laws complaining to their daughter-in-laws about how they're raising their children and the girls are like, I live with your son, he's not all that perfect. Do you want him back?
yeah,
And then also these from groups when it gets around the holiday times and everyone's talking about their in-laws, all these things. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I feel
I
like
know.
that just gives anxiety.
I love reading these groups. I love reading the posts in these groups and just being like, I'm so glad I'm single.
Mhm. And some of these people, they ask for medical advice. Go find a doctor. Like, why are you
Same,
asking strangers on the internet?
same. Some of these posts are ridiculous, but I love my favorite are the bad marriage ones, and I'm like, I'm so happy I'm single.
Or like people say things where like I think it was one, I don't remember what group. There's like one of these groups that someone's marrying someone who's either not religious, not Jewish, or not, or like anti-Jewish, like very like whatever. And then they have like two siblings who are like their sisters, like unorthodox. I'm like that, like the Orthodox brother fiance was like very picky and like wasn't like bending to be accommodating. And I'm like, I don't know if someone's not accommodating to someone because of their religious needs. And it's very particular. The wedding starts at this time, not a few hours later. I'm like, why is someone allowing their like? I would speak to my son and be like, listen, I know you like this person, but like, it's not a great way to start a marriage. Like that
Yeah,
she's already had causing beef in the family.
I agree. Like, these people need to take a step back and read what they wrote. People are crazy.
Yes. I also think we need to normalize like friends setting friends up. Like if you think if you let's say your spouse has a friend you think would be good for your friend, if you don't want to suggest it, like post a co-ed meal. Be like, hey, just heads up, it's gonna be co-eds and like whatever, and like hope they meet naturally, but kind of like help facilitate it that it's not like awkward.
Yeah. No, I agree. Some people are like too weird about it, and it's just like help a girl out.
Like if I see something and I see one of my friends, I'm like, listen, I send it to them. I don't know if it's a thing, but I'm like, let them make that decision. Either they want it or they don't.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. I have some friends who are good about it and some friends who are just not, and it's like, okay, like why can't you just talk to him and like
Right.
tell him to go out with me?
Mhm.
Tell him we're supposed to get married.
Like just me. I think also, I wonder if like tuition pricing and guys see these like pricing, if they're scared to get married or scared to commit because of that.
I think they're just scared of commitment in general for
And they're
some
just looking
reason.
for an excuse, like beating around
Yeah.
the bush.
Yeah, I think guys are just scared of commitment in general, and I don't know why. They probably all need therapy. I don't know why they're afraid of commitment. My
Everyone
friend
needs
was,
therapy.
I was talking to this girl over Shabbat last week, and she was telling me she has like a rule. It's like her rule of, it's like a guy who's single and he's over 30 fits into one of three categories at least. Either he's socially off, he is afraid of commitment, or shoot, now I forget the third one.
Or I feel like you wish you knew someone, like they're one of the nicest guy, but you just don't know anyone for them.
No. There's like, it's
No,
always like, oh, there's something wrong with you.
right. I
Um,
hear that.
Shoot, I can't remember the third one.
Maybe they just enjoy single life too much, or that falls under
No, that's
commitment.
falls under afraid of commitment.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
But
remember.
also, like, I speak
I'm
to
gonna
some
text
guys
her.
over
Maybe she'll
30,
answer. What?
and like, I speak to guys over 30, and like, some of the things that people want are just unrealistic
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah.
Like, you want a skinny blonde. Like, I don't know about you, but there aren't a lot of naturally born blondes in the Jewish community.
Yeah. It's honestly like nothing turns me off from a guy more than hearing about what he's looking for in a woman.
Hmm. And then also, I'm like, people have to differentiate between like what they're watching on TV versus like people in real life. Because some people, you might not like how they look on their photo, but then everything else checks out. Just give it a shot. Go for a coffee. You just never know. And you never know who has a brother, a cousin, a friend, even if they're not for you, but they might suggest you for someone else.
Yeah. No, I agree. But no, God forbid a guy gives a chance to a woman who doesn't fit his exact looks that he's looking for, even though looks change the most.
Right. And I understand everyone's picky to some extent. And like I know personally, like I know what I don't want and I know personality wise I won't. But otherwise, like people just need to be a bit more open minded. Like my dad was like annoying me to start dating whenever. And like I was working full time in school full time. I'm like, okay, like yes, I'm in the dating scene. I'm putting myself out there. But really, like if something comes, but like I wasn't like that wasn't my main focus. And now that I'm done, I'm like, okay, making a better paying job. I actually have the headspace, the time and mindset for a guy that I'm like, okay, you know what? Now I'm actually gonna put in the effort. And
Yeah,
when it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. I'm doing the best I
exactly.
can, and that's it.
That's like all we can do is we just do the best we can. You put yourself out there. Like I do the same. It's like I don't there's only so much
I,
energy I have for this.
I also think people like family, friends, like they keep pushing me. They keep asking things. I'm like, first of all, we have this. Can we just have this flat rule? Like, if someone has a piece of news to share, they will share. I think the only
Yeah,
time you
unless
want
you
to
have a guy
ask
for me to date, don't talk to me about my dating life.
unless you say, unless you want to know, yeah, you want to set me up, you want to ask if I'm available, no problem. That is fine. But like, don't like whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I I say normalize giving sass to people who ask questions that aren't their business.
Like,
Like, oh, how's your dating life? Okay, how's your bad marriage going?
exactly.
Like,
Like,
okay, like what?
I'm like, if I have something to share, I'll share when I'm ready. But honestly, it is hard being a single in the community when watching all your friends and now friends who are younger than you starting to get married. It's hard. It takes a lot of you emotionally to show up to sometimes for some of your friends' weddings. And the fact that people keep budging you and nudging you doesn't help the situation.
Yeah, like unless you have something helpful, don't talk to me about it. But I
Right.
give a lot of sass to people. So I'm good at setting boundaries and I'm really good at like saying things that I probably shouldn't say to people.
That's good. Like
But
I also have an issue with people who don't have boundaries. So like there's a reason
yeah.
I have my guard up. Like boundaries are there just to protect me.
Yeah,
It's like more for
exactly.
me than for you.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, the third one was gay.
I joke that like all the good guys are either taken or gay.
Yeah, so if a guy is still single over 30, he falls into at least one of the categories: gay, socially off, or afraid of commitment.
Mm-hmm. I always joke that every girl should have like a really good gay friend because when you're dating a guy, first of all, if you tell them what's going on, they'll be able to tell you if that's normal behavior or not. And they'll also be able to tell you, like, if you're not sure if a guy is gay, they'll be able to tell you, be like, actually, like, I think he is.
That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, I mean, nothing's wrong with being gay. It's just stop pretending you're not.
Stop pretending you're not. And if you know you're not interested in girls, don't start looking for girls.
Yeah,
You're just
like
gonna cause so many issues.
that's the worst thing you could do. Like, I've heard of situations where
Oh, it's always
a
on
couple
like
has gotten
groups
married, had kids, and then the husband comes out.
or you see these posts on the groups where people recently got married and they start talking about all the struggles they have being intimate. And
Oh, yeah.
listen, I understand people for religious reasons, but you're doing more harm than good for these people who are not straight.
Yeah. And I don't know, I think it's awful when you feel like you can't be who you are. Like, I don't know, one time I have a friend who's gay and I'm trying to remember when this was. It was a couple of years ago. During Pride Month, like one Saturday night, he's like he wanted to go out to a gay bar. Like we went out with him to a gay bar. I mean, it's not like, oh, he just like wanted to go out and we're like, "Oh yeah, let's go. Like we'll come." Like a couple of us girls. So, like we were out at like a gay bar. It was like clubby vibes. Not really my scene, but I'm not into like bars and clubs and like being
I'm the same
out of my
way. Yep.
apartment. But like there was a Hasidish man there, and it's like oh my gosh,
Oh my God, the best is when like people in like the
his
time
poor
based Afro
wife.
Hasidish world don't realize they don't realize that people in their community are, and as much as they like to shove it on the rug, at this point you can't hide it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Sexuality is not a choice. I know that because I wish I was gay, and unfortunately, I'm heterosexual. So sexuality isn't a choice, and I know that there's all these whatever halachic whatever, but everyone should just like be who they are. Like love who they want to love. I guess like there are in like super like religious circles, there are shotguns that will set up like a man and a woman who are both not straight with each other. Like if you want to do that, I guess do it. Like whatever you want, but don't pretend to be someone you're not because you'll end up ruining everyone's lives.
Yes. Yeah. Also, like I've also heard some people won't go out with a certain guy that they find attractive because they see who their friends are and like they know how their
Interesting.
parents. I'm like, listen, it depends how their friends are. Like, and like you don't necessarily know why. Do they hang out with them because they're like a childhood friend and like you
No,
feel bad?
I
Or
think
like,
you can judge a person a lot by who their friends are.
right, that's true. But I still think
Like
like we all have
they're
those childhood friends we're friends
well,
with because out
yeah.
of pity.
have a friend group, if you have a friend group, like you should, and that, or sorry, if you have a friend group that you're always hanging out with, then like I think that's a good indication of who you are. Like,
Right. I
yes, you never know who a person is and why they hang out with the people they do. Like, again, you could have a childhood friend that you're just friends with because you have to be, kind of. Or, I don't know. No, because like my friends now, like, I think you can really choose who your friends are and you choose who you spend your time with.
right. I
And
think
like, there's
also
always a reason why you're spending your time with the people you're spending your time with.
it's true. Like someone I know like refused to go out with a guy because of who he came to a meal with. Like, first of all, you don't know why he's bringing him to a meal.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
like some people just bring random people to meals just because people are asking and they're just being nice. But like, does this guy choose to hang out with him, or is he one of those people that just shows up? Like, is he like the Joey and the Friend? Are you a Friends fan?
Not really. I've watched most of it.
Okay, so it's kind of like, are they like the Joey and like he's just randomly shows up
Yeah.
type of thing? Or like, do you invite him, or do you just feel bad that he just has no one else and you're just kind of your chesed buddy?
A little bit, but I do judge someone that if I think their best friend is a bad person.
Right.
Like I think that does say a lot about you and it says a lot about you about like who you surround yourself with and who you're always with. If it's just a
It's
one-off that you see a guy with this one person, like yeah, you don't know how close they are. You have no idea how it came to be, but if you know for a fact that he's like best friends with these people who you think are terrible people, he's probably not a good person.
Yep, I noticed that from one of the guys, whatever, we were together for 3 months. He's whatever. Like now that I know looking back, there are a lot of red flags with him. And like I saw all his friends, and I'm like, only one friend of his would I like ever consider maybe even talking to, being friends with, because like he was like them, but you could tell he put in the work to change and to become the person who he is.
Yeah. And people can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's really interesting. But Figgy, do you have any other stories you want to share?
I think that's it for now.
Okay.
Like this one.
Do you have anything else you want to discuss before we get into our wrap-up segment?
I think that's good. Like
Okay. Okay, so Figgy, I know we've been talking a lot, but can you give me and my listeners one piece of dating advice?
kind of just be yourself. Don't change for someone else. Like if someone has an issue with who you are as a person, like you probably don't want to be dating them. Like you shouldn't change for other people. Just stick to who you are.
Exactly. It's a good one. Always a good piece of advice. And last but not least, Figgy, do you have your tagline?
I don't like staring in the path, but I like to cook up the stories.
That's good. It's cute. I like it. Figgy, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And Sticky Situation Nation, you'll catch me next time. Bye, everybody.